Good morning. It is super early. I apologize for the harsh lights above. We're going to finish talking about Domestic Abuse Awareness Month and what that looks like for me. I just want to say, see this beautiful wall right here? Michaela's making something amazing for that. So that's why that wall is empty. As you know, we have a staging business and she's very talented and we work really well together. So something amazing is going there. Okay, so we're going to talk about what the universal sign for domestic abuse is. We're going to talk about kind of what that looks like. So I could drag this on because this was 4 years of my life. So I could make this drag on for a really long time, but I'm not going to. So when you get to the level that that person is punching walls, calling you names, in my case, calling my children names, it's a 911. And the one time, I can say this for myself, the one time he physically hit me, I did not hesitate to pick up the phone and call 911. Now, in my case, he went willingly with them. A lot of times I did go to court. And the cool thing about court is Alexandria House sends you a representative to sit with you and walk with you through that process. So I think that's absolutely phenomenal, and I cannot say enough about Alexandria House. So if you're in a situation where you don't feel safe, I really want you to reach out to them because they are there for you through the entire process. Now, he got sentenced to anger management class for an entire year. And also because whenever you have a domestic abuse issue, a lot of times they cannot carry a firearm for a good amount of time also for obvious reasons. And but a story that was told to me just recently, which I thought was pretty cool, is I know when they get the call, they literally show up in twos because they never know, the police, they never know what they're going to be walking into, right? And a lot of times they'll separate the couple. And in this one story, it's not my story, but in this one story, they put the woman in the squad car, they separated the gentleman, and the universal sign, people, for domestic abuse is to take your hand, put your thumb in, and put your fist down, and that says, I'm being abused. So this officer had said to her, I know you can't tell me if you're being abused, but just do this if you're being abused, and then we know how to handle the situation. And the same thing is, it's a universal sign. So if you see somebody who's being abused and gives you that sign, that might be something that you want to call 911 and just say, hey, and they can check it out. The worst case is you're wrong. The best case is that you're right and you just saved a life or a possible situation. In my case, I decided to move on and get out of that relationship for obvious reasons. But obviously, my radar is definitely off because for whatever reason, I tend to attract this kind of individual. So I'm being incredibly careful this time. And, I don't want to continue to talk about the negative stuff all the time, but I want to bring awareness to it. And so if you have more that you want to chat about or questions that you have, I would be happy to answer those. Just message me and we can start chatting. I can say at the time, my 11-year-old son, we would speak every October for the domestic abuse victims that didn't have a voice and didn't survive in Anoka County. And one year, he's like, Mom, I really want to talk. And I have to admit, I have never had a prouder moment than that 11-year-old child on TV saying, this is what it felt like to be in that home. And that child has a lot of confidence and reassurance of life, and he knows what he wants and what direction he's going. And I could even see it back then. He was very driven. So I'm very grateful for that. So let's remember universal sign, thumb in, hand down. This is it. This means I'm in trouble. I'm in a domestic abuse situation. I need help. I want you guys to have a fabulous day. Bye.